And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He meant the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Lucifer Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how
I
do you do
mean,
it? Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but you know.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. What is up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a terrific Tuesday. It is that time. It is the Pascal Show. It's 9 a.m. It's time to get up. It's time to wake up, y'all. It's time for my vocal cords to get warmed up today.
La 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 la.
Yes, la 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 la. Anyway, you know, I got my team, I got my people with me and all that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get them on here real quick. You know, what is poppin'? What's a guan? Jackie Buck the Turd and
What's up,
Tom
man?
Showing Hard. Tommy boy, what's good, y'all? How was your night, y'all? Was your night good, productive, and all that? I mean, I know we're all holed up right now, but how was your nights?
It was good. Yeah. Just hung out, watched TV as usual. Yeah. I mean, I guess it looks like a lot of the nightly shows are in reruns now. I guess, who is it? Corden and Kimmel are still doing like live remote stuff. I think Trevor Noah is too. But yeah, just trying to make things as normal as I can.
Right. Well, when you say that they're doing live remotes, what do you mean?
Well, I think I didn't see Corden or Kimmel last night, but I heard they're doing stuff from home, kind of like we're doing here.
Yeah,
And Jimmy Fallon too.
Jimmy Fallon
Jimmy
is
Fallon
too.
doing
Yeah,
it?
I saw the Tonight Show, or a little bit of the Tonight Show last night, and yeah, he was interviewing people in his living room, literally, like just Skyping, the same thing that we're doing right now. You know, just from home, chilling.
Yeah.
You know, so
wait, you're saying we made it? This is it.
yeah, we made it. This
We're on the same scale as the big leagues.
Yeah, the
That's
big
right.
leagues. The big leagues are doing the exact same thing, y'all. So we are on the upper echelon, if you will, of the late night and the talk shows. I actually wonder if Wendy Williams is doing something like this, or if she just literally was like, you know what, I'm just doing reruns. I'm gonna go and do my thing. You know, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm curious if she's doing that too. You know, any daytime talk shows. I'm wondering what Dr. Phil is doing, so on and so forth. You know?
Yeah.
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 Very interesting. Last night, we didn't watch any of the talk shows or anything like that, but we did turn on The Voice, which I don't know if you guys watching those singing competitions, and we've never actually had the kids watch it. So this is the first time that they were watching, and they've seen YouTube videos and things like that of just like compilations and stuff, but they really enjoyed it. There was a girl on there from St. Louis, and she had got like kicked off from lost like the battle, and then John Legend stole her onto his team.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be I don't know, it's representing St. Louis out there. I can't remember her name. I'd have to look it up, but she has a really, really nice voice. So hopefully she can, represent the town right.
Right on.
That'd be good.
I mean, we'll see about that, because I mean, I was watching. So I saw one episode of The Voice of like earlier last week, and because I hadn't seen The Voice in a really long time, I'm gonna keep it straight funky, and I'm I'm sitting there and I'm watching this thing, and you can see John Legend has like a very nicely, very low cut beard, right? And then he just did a live feed where he's, doing his thing. And his beard is just bushed out. Like it's thick and big. So they obviously pre-recorded all that stuff. So I'm wondering if they're going to continue, like, when they run out of episodes, what are they going to do? I'm sure they didn't shoot the entire season already. I'm assuming, I'm assuming they haven't done the entire season. So I guess I'm just wondering what's going to happen, with like certain things like American Idol, The Voice, all those type of talent shows that are out there, So I'm curious what they're going to do, really.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can try to reach out to this Joanna Sorenko and see if she's got any insight for it. But that's the St. Louis native that has wowed the judges.
Interesting. I do have some breaking news. Tokyo Olympics postponed until 2021. This marks the first time in history that the start of an Olympics will be delayed to another year. The opening ceremony will not be held on July 24th as scheduled, but on an undetermined 2021 date due to the coronavirus pandemic. Yeah. So the Olympic Games officially have been postponed. Finally. Jeez, man. Like, they should have done this a long time. Why? I don't understand why they were dragging their feet. And, once you got Canada and what was the other country that bowed out?
I don't remember.
Well, when Canada and the other country bowed out, that's when they finally said, "Okay, all right, this thing is a real thing. Let's take a break. Let's think this over real quick. You know what I mean?" So finally, guys, congratulations for figuring that out. The Olympic Committee. Yay! Finally, no one's gonna do that.
I'm wondering, like, are all Summer Olympics going forward now going to be in odd years? Are they all going to be 4 years apart starting in 2021?
That's a very, very good question. I couldn't tell you. I would assume that this is the only time that they're doing this, and then they're just going to go back onto regular scheduled program, like back on even every 4 years type of thing. So I don't think it's going to be every odd year. I think it's going to be they're doing it this one time, and then the Olympics, 2024 will just be up a lot faster that one time, and then just get back up to it. At least that's what I would do if I was
that seems to make sense.
If I was in that committee, that's what I would do if I had that opinion. You know what I mean? If I had to say, but that's some breaking news. So Olympics finally is postponing the games. The Olympic Games are finally being postponed in Japan. Thank God. It's about time. I'm serious. Like, imagine all those guys, trying to prepare, just trying to train and be ready for this thing. They would not be ready at all. Unless you're very wealthy and you have a lot of endorsements in your gym and your workout facilities in your backyard, for crying out loud. But most of the time, no. And then your coaches can't come to you. What are they, Skyping training you? Like, that's not the... I mean, you could still get a good training session in. I mean, real talk, you could. But at the same time, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's not the same. So, anyway, for all those, sorry, I'm still adjusting up here, still waking up, all up in the mask here. But anyway, so I'm very happy that that's happening. We do have two very, 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 very special people coming in on the show today. We have barber, hairstylist extraordinaire Kurtiss Allen will be in at the 10 a.m. part of the show, and then at 11 a.m. we're stretching the show just a tiny bit more today for this special woman. She is a on-camera confidence coach. She's an on-camera coach. She is a social media specialist. She's blown up on TikTok. She was a news anchor on news channel on Fox 2. So Virginia Kerr will be in the house, Skyping in, having a conversation with us in regards to TikTok. So all those people out there that are trying to blow up on TikTok or wanting to know how to blow up on TikTok, y'all want to tune in and check this stuff out. And also how to just blow up on social media. This is the time right now, guys. I'm going to be real. This is the time to utilize all this time, this downtime, to really get your social media on point. Especially if we're going to be locked up for
Who knows?
1 to 3 months. This is the perfect time to utilize that boredom, channel that boredom into your social marketing, your social media marketing. And this woman is been blowing up on TikTok, doing her thing. She's really, really funny. You'd think that these news anchors don't have a sense of humor, but this girl's actually really, really funny. You know, they're usually just like, today on Channel 5, we're going to talk about this one thing. No personality. I'm just here to state the news. You know what I'm saying? And when you see her on her TikToks and all that, it's like, wow, she's really creative and really, really funny. And, you know, she obviously involves her family as well, which is really, really cool. So she'll be on at the 11 a.m. part of the show, so I'm excited about that. At the 5 p.m. show, by the way, I have Libby Higgins coming through, so I'm very excited to sit down and rap with her. So we'll be talking to her, just seeing how she's doing. She is a teacher, so I'm interested to talk with her and see what's going on in regards to, now that she's home, she's got nothing else to do. She's not teaching any at all right now. So what is she doing during that time? And obviously she's a comedian, very funny girl. You know, if you don't know Excuse Me or or Carla Higgins, her alter ego, her character is a viral sensation. So we're going to be talking about what she's doing during this downtime and if she's getting creative and doing anything with her downtime. So she'll be on our 5 p.m. show later on today. So I'm excited about that. So, you know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of people to talk to and a lot of things to go through today. So, woo! Anyway, I want to get it over to you guys. What's going on with y'all?
Tommy, I saw you got some news that you'd found there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. Well, let's start with Rand Paul. You know, Rand Paul, of course, tested positive for coronavirus. Turns out he was not quarantined. He took the virus test and then continued working, going to the Senate for 6 days after he took the test.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. He took the test and, you know, he was waiting for results, and rather than self-quarantine while he waited for the results, he went out and worked for 6 days at the Senate. The day he announced he had tested positive for coronavirus, that morning he had used the Senate gym.
Wow.
So
isn't that kind of like anarchy, where you're like, if you're trying to take down your government from the inside?
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of Rand Paul supporters that would support him in his quest to do that.
Wow.
But he's getting flack from both sides now for putting everybody at risk because, you know, obviously the Senate is filled with old people.
65 plus.
That's a very special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
That's a very, very special kind of stupid. See, that's on the same lane of somebody who's sitting there going, like that guy here in town that said, oh, yeah, let me just go get some coffee, even though I'm supposed to be quarantining myself because my daughter's sick. My daughter's got the coronavirus, but hey, you know, I really want some Starbucks. I'm fine. No one will get this from me. Idiot. That is a full-fledged, full-blown dumbass.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there was similar, well, not quite as, well, somewhat more irresponsible than even Rand Paul was. I'm seeing this now on STL Today. A man in Warren County around Warrenton took a video of himself, posted on social media of him going and licking a row of merchandise at Walmart, saying, "Who's scared of coronavirus?"
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, in Warrenton, there is a guy who filmed himself going through Walmart, licking merchandise, saying, "Who's scared of coronavirus?" So police were notified about it, and they said in a statement that the man was taken into custody and charges were pending through the Warren County prosecuting attorney's office. It was not immediately clear Monday what kind of charges police intend to charge the man with, but yeah, all kinds of morons out there.
Is there a video? Do we have actual video of that incident?
There doesn't appear to be a link on the STL Today website to it. Yeah, this is just coming across the wire this morning, so yeah, it's on the STL Today website, but I don't think they want to give the guy any more, views than he's already getting for this.
Wow.
But yeah,
oh my Lord.
Yeah.
What kind of this is the kind of stuff that really gets me really angry, because it's like, what? Just like a second ago, I said it takes a special kind of stupid. It takes a special kind of idiot as well to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, let me just do this really quick." And you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Who are you? What's wrong with you, man? Like, why are there so many stupid people out there that'll do anything for a view, anything for a click? That is so ridiculous, man. We are not in a place where we can be messing around with this kind of stuff. Man, I hope that guy got the corona. I hope he got that COVID. Seriously, man. No, that's what you get. I hope you get it. In fact, I've also heard that people who actually are tested positive with it and get caught out are being charged with misdemeanors or something like that, or I forgot what it is. They're getting charged with something.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's like as if you were running around with HIV or AIDS, and you're going and spreading it around. You knowingly have this disease, this virus, and you're going around and trying to spread it to other people, Yep. And damn right. Obviously, if he didn't have the virus, okay, I get it. But at the same time, that is some dangerous stuff that you're playing with, and you shouldn't be doing that You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff, man. By the way,
I mean, we had our first 2 deaths in the region yesterday. I mean, a woman in her 30s died in St. Louis City, and I think St. Charles County had its first death yesterday. And this horse's ass is out there licking merchandise at Walmart.
Who does that?
Come on, read the room.
Who does that? Who does that? But inquiring minds want to know which store was that, so that we can avoid that with all our energy.
I think that was the Warrenton one.
You think that one Walmart is an issue?
No, I'm just saying, like, so people can avoid that Walmart, so they don't go to that.
You think that's
place.
The only Walmart that has people doing stuff like that?
No,
you know how many times people talk about people using the deodorant and putting it back, and like that's on the normal, like nasty.
That's why they have those things locked up now. A lot of those things are locked up. A lot of the deodorant is locked up. And then obviously open the top, y'all. Open the top of it. And if it's flat and it hasn't been opened, you know what I mean? Open the top and look at the top. If it hasn't been touched, you'll know. If it's touched, you'll know. It's all rounded.
Got a hair in there.
A hair, or it's rounded. You know what I'm saying? Or it's rounded or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's been used. It's not flat as a board. You know what I'm saying? So just nowadays we got to be, or just order everything online and call it a day. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, it's crazy. This is some people are so stupid. Like that chick that licked the toilet seat in an airplane. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who does that?
It all started with that girl that licked the Bluebell ice cream and put it back a while back, and then the people thought it was a good idea to start going licking things and getting viral on the internet.
See, that's how you get pink eye, y'all. That's some stupid stuff.
Didn't Ariana Grande lick like some muffins or bagels or something like that?
She licked some donuts, yeah.
Donuts, that's what it was. Yeah.
We
can blame it on
paid
her.
$500,000 for it.
That was really stupid too. But yeah.
Yep.
People have done some really stupid things, y'all. Some really stupid things. Wow. That's unbelievable. Actually, that reminds me of this thing, which we can, you know what? We're going to go into a quick commercial break, okay? We're going to go into a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll be doing Let's Talk, and there's this video about a dude disguised as a dude, dressed as another dude. No, I'm just kidding. There is a video about that too. There is a movie about that too. But no, there is a video about a guy who drove into a whole bunch of towns just so he can get as many hand sanitizers as he could, and he was trying to sell it online. And this is just another are you kidding me moment that we definitely need to talk about in this next Let's Talk segment. Of course, we got our Let's Talk topic of the day, which we'll get into. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, Image a World. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, Image a World. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out this show and you're watching on the multitude of platforms that we're on right now, which is every single one that you can stream on, to be completely, really honest with you. So if you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube, please click and crush that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. I'm working towards getting to 10,000 subscribers. Yes. It is the truth. Working my butt off to make that happen. And so please go crush that subscribe button. It would really, really mean a lot. I do a lot of reaction videos, live shows like we've been doing like these. And of course, just other types of topical news and skits and parodies and all that. By all means, go check out my Black Guy Reacts to Cute Puppies video. That is really real. I did it. It is out there. And it's cute as hell. I'm going to be real. And I'm not one to be down for cute puppy videos. And it's cute. It's real cute, man. It's real cute. So go check that out if you get some time. And also, if you're watching on Facebook, facebook.com/The Pascal Show, crush that like button as well. That would really, really mean a lot. Anyway, we do have my panel here with me, my people, Tom and Jackie. What's good? He's just jumping back on. Hey.
Yep.
So, anyway, before you go into Let's Talk, there is a video that I wanted to show because I found it very, very interesting and very, very sad. Not sad. It is sad in a certain extent. You'll see what I mean when you watch it. Hold on. I need to pull this up because it is pretty interesting enough to watch. For sure, for sure. All right, here we go.
Well, panic buying has been on the rise amid the global spread of the new coronavirus, with consumers around the world stockpiling goods like hand sanitizer, canned foods, and toilet paper, including one man in Hickson. It's a story that is dominating national headlines after the New York Times wrote about Matt Colvin stockpiling goods amid the coronavirus outbreak. Channel 3's Hunter Hoagland talked to Matt, who bought nearly 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, while many are still searching to find even one. Wow. For Matt Colvin, a pandemic meant an opportunity.
For Matt Colvin, a pandemic meant an opportunity.
It went to 0 to 60 really fast.
After the first COVID-19 death in the United States, Colvin went state to state clearing out sanitizer shelves. He now sits with 18,000 unused bottles in his home and storage unit, while people in the Tennessee Valley struggle to find one.
The bulk of it was purchased with just driving around to retail stores in the Chattanooga area.
Colvin bought the sanitizer with the intention of selling them for profit on Amazon before they took his listings down. Now, feeling the same panic as many others.
Oh crap is the PG way to say it.
Though he would not discuss on camera the exact prices he sold the sanitizer for, he told the New York Times in a recent interview that some items were listed at $70 a bottle.
The pricing on Amazon was definitely higher than retail.
Stating in a shirt that says "Family Man, Family Business," he says he never anticipated the struggle other families would go through because of a shortage.
Bruh.
Would you say you're sorry?
Sorry for purchasing. Sorry for buying all of this product.
Say something.
No, I don't think that I would.
Oh my God.
After receiving backlash online, Colvin says he's making plans to donate the rest of the sanitizer.
Sure.
With business, there's wins and there's losses. And this is a situation where cutting my losses is the right thing to do.
Well, Tennessee price gouging laws make it unlawful for individuals to charge unreasonable prices for essential goods. It's not clear if hand sanitizer is considered one of those items.
Should be now. Wow. 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 Dang. Did you see that, guys? Do you see? Dang. This is the kind of stupidity that's going on. Some guy said, "Oh, wait, guys. Hey, hun, let me get my savings and spend thousands of dollars to buy as many hand sanitizer products as I can. And I'm going to sell them online." Why? Because they're going to be a novelty item. People are going to want them. People are going to pay whatever they can to get these hand sanitizers. Really? You're really going to do that? You really think that this is the right idea? When there's other people out there that could really benefit from buying it at normal cost. You go to other cities. You go to other cities just to consume and collect over 17,000 items, disinfectant items. Are you serious? That is
Everybody made his money back.
unbelievable. What did you say?
Yeah.
The reason he probably donated it is because he probably already made his money back. If he was charging $70 a bottle, and if he bought 17,000 things, he got him probably less than $1 buying bulk. And you got to figure maybe he spent 10 grand, maybe 12 grand on it.
I don't think he got one at all. I don't think he got.
He was already selling on Amazon,
all.
then he got pulled.
He was already
until they pulled it.
I'm sure that he was selling a few online, but I don't think he made as much profit as one might think. I don't think he made any money. Maybe he got close to his money back. Maybe, and that's a very, very strong maybe. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think so. I think that Amazon caught on real fast. I mean, think about it. He's on there. He's putting all that stuff. He's putting a list of stuff going, I got this, 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 I got this. And you know what I mean? They're going to catch that, you know? Amazon's going to catch that fast. Those guys don't joke around, you know?
Yeah.
So
he probably would have been fine if he just did it at like 20% markup. Instead he did 2,000% markup.
Wow. You know, what's I'm a little upset with you, Jack. Dang.
What?
You're like, hey, no. No, well, wait, he could have done this, and he could have made profit, you know? That what he did was wrong.
He could have made
what
it a good business
wrong.
and still supplied to people. And what he did was wrong by hoarding it and marketing it up that much, absolutely. But if he would have just bought it at bulk prices, sold it for its normal price, you know, as individual bottles, people do that all the time. That's what Amazon is. It's retail arbitrage. And you buy it and you resell it for a higher price. If you can buy it in bulk, you can make money. There's plenty of people that go out there and make a daily business on it. And now the only reason why it's an issue is because it's something that's in high demand. People see it as something is essential in order to help stop the spread of the virus.
Okay.
But he could have been a good businessman and just did it normally and went for a normal profit, and he probably would have sold all of them and been sitting okay. Instead he had to be greedy. It's a greedy businessman that caused the issue. It's not the idea of, hey, how can I support my family during this time?
Right.
Maybe that's what he was looking at. But I think he saw it as an opportunity to take advantage of people.
Oh yeah. He was taking full advantage of the situation. Because I've seen on some Amazon listings, where it's just a bottle or a can of Lysol for $170. I mean, I've seen those, and that's real. What were you going to say, Tom?
Yeah, did anybody see the season finale of Curb Your Enthusiasm this weekend?
No.
Believe me, this ties in. He opened up a coffee shop, Larry David did, and one of the perks of the coffee shop is each table had its own individual bottle of hand sanitizer. Now, of course, they wrote and shot the season before this coronavirus outbreak, but the episode, spoiler alert, ends with a fire taking down his coffee shop because the hand sanitizer, alcohol-based, is an accelerant. So, you kind of hope that happens to this schmuck, is that he's got all this, loaded up in his basement or his garage, and little fire becomes a big fire with that.
Man, I'm happy that karma bit him right in the butt. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion about it. I understand everybody. I understand that everybody has to make money. Everyone needs to survive, and I get that. Survival of the fittest, or the survival of the most cleverest or the wittiest, I guess. But at the same time, it's a battle of wits nowadays on how you can hustle and keep the money flowing in and hoard and keep money. But for him to go to other states and clear counters out, it's not like he went and bought these things online and these things were sent to him. He went to stores, bought, hoarded as much as he could, to the point where he has half of a garage, a quarter of a garage filled with this sanitizing, disinfectant material that he was hoping to rack up the prices so that he could just be a millionaire by the time he got to the last box. And that, my friends, is really greedy, really messed up, And that shows that's what I hate about like times like this is like there are people like that are thinking like that aren't thinking about everyone else. They're thinking only about themselves. He says, family man, family business. No, you're not. You know,
welcome to the family.
He's like me business, me man, me business. That's what it really is called. You know what I mean? That's what the store or his company or that T-shirt should say, because that guy's that is some really, really messed up stuff. Pedro on YouTube just said, my gut tells me he didn't make his money back. Yeah, my gut tells me he didn't make his money back either. I hope he didn't make his money back. I really hope. Because that's
I just want to point out that the mafia is also a family business. So it's not.
Yeah, right. Right. So, anyway. Yeah. It's funny. He just has a moment and got like Godfather. You get this one time to ask me what I do. That one time.
I buy hand sanitizer.
And price it up 300% on Amazon. That's how I make my millions.
I think about it. He would have done all of them for $70 a pop. He would have made $1 million, right?
I guess
right,
so.
Math? Pretty close, right?
I guess so. 17,700 bottles or items. Sorry, items of disinfectant items. So whatever the math is, then there you have it. But at the same time, racking up the prices is one thing. Selling it at retail price, or just a few dollars over kind of thing is another thing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he was racking it up, trying to make it be something ridiculous. Like I said, there are cans of Lysol being sold right now as we speak on Amazon and other sites like Amazon that are going for $170 per can. It's ridiculous. And whoever is behind those things should think twice about themselves, because karma is something. Karma is really, really something. And when you are doing something evil on somebody else, that evil is going to be put onto you soon enough. It keeps coming back, and karma can be really funny. So that guy, maybe he got his karma real fast. He spent all that money. He has nothing to do with it. So now he's going to donate it to whoever he's going to donate it to.
Tax write-off.
Or that. There you go. That too. You know what I mean? God knows he already thought about that too. You know what I mean? For a fact he already thought about that.
He's like, I'll donate these, no problem.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
What's the value of them? Well, $70 a bottle.
Yeah. Right. So technically, $1 million.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. $1 million?
Yeah, carry that right off over for the next 3 years.
How about 6 figures? Let's just keep it a cool 6 figures. Is that cool? All right. Tax write-off. Anyway, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's Let's Talk. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range to you. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the Pascal Show. And like I always say, if this is your first time checking out the show, crush that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We just talked about something really ridiculous. People are just, people can be really amazing or people can be really greedy. And that situation was really... what we just talked about in that last segment is just frustrating to me because we live in a world right now where we all need to be on each other's team. We all need to have each other's back. Each city, each town, each village, each neighborhood, each neighbor, each person needs to help each other out. We're not in this place right now where we can be greedy. There is no time for greed now. Maybe later on, maybe after this, sure. But right now, there's no time for greed. We need to find another way. People need to find other ways to make their money, not off of the desperation of human beings, not off of the desperation of the survival of people getting by. That's just my own personal opinion about that. But anyway, it is time for Let's Talk.
Now you've got to be kidding me.
He needs some milk.
And in Let's Talk today, we are talking about something that has to do with our pets. Jackie Buck, Wataguan.
So, man, hey, we're thinking about it, and I was reading some stories, and I was just wondering how everyone's pets are acting if they have been isolated at home now. So, with people being at home, their pets haven't been, seeing them throughout the days and stuff. And, now that everyone has to stay at home all the time, these pets are having their space invaded. And, they're getting maybe a little bit more attention. Maybe they're happier. Maybe they're sadder. But I was reading a story about a dog that the guy took his dog to the vet because the dog's tail had stopped working. Because the guy had been home from work for the last week. The dog had constantly been wagging its tail because it was so happy. And then one day, he's like, yeah, the tail just wouldn't move, and took it in. And he said, yeah, he sprained the tail from wagging it too much.
Oh, no.
So it's yeah. I mean, some people work from home, and some people are home, in general, or have somebody home. But there's a lot of pets that are, the single people. They'll have a dog or cat at home, and the only time they see them is before work and after work or on the weekends. So now they're getting that extra 8 to 10 hour dose of a human, and hopefully everybody is benefiting from it. Hopefully there's no run on dog food and cat food and stuff like that. I haven't heard anything like that.
Yeah. No. I hope not. I mean, obviously if all else fails, there are some makeshift things you can do as far as making your own dog food, that kind of thing, or just, they just start eating human food. They just start eating the food that you're actually eating too. But, hopefully that doesn't happen. On Facebook, Greg said, he was saying good morning. So I replied back, good morning, Greg. He said, up here in New York, dealing with it, bruh. I'm virus free, staying my distance and keeping healthy. And, I'm happy that you guys, you and your family are staying healthy up in New York. Greg, keep fighting the good fight, my brother. You know what I mean? It's a tough one out there, and I can only imagine what New York is like right now. I've heard some stories about it just being a straight up ghost town and all that. But back to the conversation that we're having, the Let's Talk segment. I'll be straight funky with you. My dogs are doing just fine. They're happy as pigs and clean-ish. I mean, they're having a blast. They're getting all the attention that they want. We're both home, and they're just enjoying. They're most definitely enjoying the time. They're most definitely enjoying the time. So I don't know. What about you guys? I mean, well, Tom, you've already been in lockdown because you broke your ankle and you had to stay home and everything.
See, I've been in lockdown before it was cool, So
but he was ahead of the trend. Ahead of the trend, y'all.
It's right. No, my cats, they're Fortunately, I live in a large enough space that if they want their own space and if they want to go nap somewhere and not be bothered by me, they have room to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing for me to look at them because, you know, I'm looking at them right now. They're looking out the window, but it's comforting to me to see my cats because they have no idea what's going on. They don't know there's a pandemic going on. They don't know everybody's scared to death. It's just another day for them. So there's something comforting about that. And, you know, I figure this is probably as good a time as any to bring this up since we're talking about pets and we've been talking about shady, underhanded people that are taking advantage of this situation.
Speak on it, brother. Come on.
But, no, there's some good news coming out today was that the St. Louis APA, the Animal Protective Association of Missouri, based in St. Louis and Brentwood, says that they've been able to place all of their pets, every single pet that could be placed in a foster home has been placed in a foster home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's big.
I guess that's one good thing about people being home a lot is people are getting more foster pets. So yeah, hopefully.
So then no dogs or cats or no animals are getting euthanized because of not having a home, correct?
Correct, but APA I believe is no kill anyway.
Oh, okay.
But they've been able to find foster families for all their pets, so they don't have to sit in the little cages in the APA. So
that's incredible.
That's some good news. Some people being good and doing good things, but I thought related to pets, that was some uplifting news since we've just been talking about underhanded, awful people today.
Right. And you know, and I apologize. You know, I'm not. This is just what's going on in the world, and people are just doing really stupid things. And when you mentioned Tom about the guy in Warrenton.
Yeah.
Warrenton.
Yeah, Warrenton.
When you mentioned about that idiot, I was like, oh, speaking of idiots, here's another idiot.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, I'm inspired
for
now.
Sure.
You inspired me to bring this up, and because I've been wanting to bring that up for like over a week now, but I keep forgetting. You know what I mean? So so this was just ample time to bring it up. But it's funny that our pets, if they only knew what was really going on. You know, and the fact that what if one of, not us, but what if one was to contract the virus, get sick and perish, you know, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They have no worries in the world really, except when we leave and when we come back, they're like, where have you been so long? You've been gone so long. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know, they're just like, all right, you're here. Give me treats, give me food, rub my belly, you know. I need to poop. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, you know? So it's interesting. Yeah. Jack.
I mean, we got our dog, but, you know, again, we're home usually. And there are a lot of days where everyone's out of the house for a while. My dog's getting older, so she just kind of is relaxing a lot and goes on walks and then hangs out outside for a while.
Word.
So not much change in her. I'm kind of interested more in hearing from other people's comments and stuff to see, you know, if they've been working 9 to 5 every day, so they're gone for 8 to 10 hours a day, and now they're coming home and having their pets are having a different type of schedule. That's what I'm kind of interested to see about. I know that in general animals in different cities are starting to show up. There's like wild animals are starting to go into major cities because there's no humans around. So deer, turkeys, and things like that are going on. Raccoons and stuff are just starting to wander around in cities where they usually aren't seen. So I'm sure there's some dogs and stuff barking out windows at wild animals in different parts of the cities.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. By the way, real quick, have to ask you guys something. Does anybody speak Spanish?
Not really.
No. Jack?
How do you say no in Spanish? No.
Okay. No, we have a comment on YouTube, and I don't know what they're saying. It looks like it's Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish.
Let me run it. I'll run it through Google Translate and let you know.
Go for it. Be that genius. Be that genius that you are, Tommy boy. Be that genius, bruh. Anyway, but yeah, you know, dogs, cats, hamsters, gerbils, weird things that go bump in the night. There's a lot of things that are pets nowadays. Shoot, we have Kyle from KTS Predator Hunters. He's got a snake just chilling. You know what I mean? So, you know, the pets just don't know what's really going on in the world. They're doing just fine. But I feel bad for dogs that have broken tails or tails that don't wag.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
Overexcitement.
Yeah, from overexcitement.
He's home. He's home. He's home. He's home.
You know what I mean? But anyway. But yeah. So, you know, in just a few moments, I'll be sitting down and rapping with the man, Kurtiss Allen. I'm very excited about it because I want to know what's going on in his world as far as his own business. He's a entrepreneur. He's obviously his own boss. He is a hairstylist he's like the main hairstylist for the St. Louis Cardinals. No big deal. And obviously with this whole situation with this pandemic that's going on right now, I'm quite curious to see what he's doing so that he can keep business coming in, and how he's dealing with it, you know, because even so now, this is something very interesting. There are new guidelines and there are new rules when it comes to leaving your home. Did you guys know this?
What?
There are some new guidelines. There are some rules and guidelines that are happening in regards to leaving your home. You have to. There are possibilities of you getting pulled over. They want to make sure that you are going somewhere essential. They want to make they literally want us locked up in our homes. They don't want us going anywhere unless it's those few places, those few crucial places that they said that we're allowed to go to. Other than that, if you're not going anywhere but those spots, these cops are pulling people over, trying to get people to turn their butts back around to go back home. If it's not to the pharmacy, to the hospital, to the supermarket, then they're going, go home. Turn back around and go home. They want actual proof. Then also, before we go into this break and before we get into my interview with Kurtiss Allen, they also, at hospitals, I just got a text. We just had Jen Housey on the show a few days ago. Now they are checking everyone's temperature. All the nurses and all the staff in the hospital, now they're checking everybody's vitals or their temperature before they go into the hospitals so that they don't spread the coronavirus inside of the hospital. So now that's happening now too. Now they just implemented that into the hospitals. I just got a text just now with that information. So it's interesting out here. I mean, obviously, we got to find ways to entertain ourselves. Keep watching the Pascal show. That's an idea. But we got to find ways to keep ourselves occupied and keep ourselves indoors because they will pull us over. If we don't have proof of like that we've been tested with and been cleared of the COVID-19, or if we're not sitting here saying, oh yeah, I'm going to the supermarket or I'm going to such and such place. If it's going, hey, I'm trying to go to the gym, they're going to tell you to turn around. They're going to tell you to go home. Oh, I'm trying to go to the park. They're going to tell you to go home. Just some information for y'alls. But
no, we're not in a police state.
No,
don't worry about
not
it.
At all.
You just can't leave your house.
I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's a situation where it's that hardcore right now. Like, I don't think the cops are laying into us that hardcore right now, but some people are getting pulled over just to get checked on like where you're going. Where are you going? Why did you leave your home? And they're
I want to throw this out here. This is probably an unethical life pro tip, but I'll throw it out there anyway. Friend's dad, who was a lawyer, once told me that if you ever see a cop that's about ready to pull you over in your rearview mirror, start rubbing your nose and like kind of really getting in there and digging and picking your nose, because he knows you're going to have to use that hand to hand him your license when you get pulled over. So maybe an unethical life pro tip is, if you feel like you're about ready to get pulled over right now, just look at the cop in the rearview mirror and just start, digging for gold in your nose. And he might just be like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Nope. Leave you alone.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I don't think it would be something that I would do, but
I'm just saying.
At the same time,
if you feel like you're about ready to get pulled over right now, I'd start going for the nose and let them know that you're going to have snot and junk all over your hand when you hand them the license.
That is some nutty stuff. Real quick, Debbie just said on YouTube, yeah, true. I got my temperature taken last night at the hospital. She's a nurse as well. And apparently it's not what I thought. I thought it was Spanish, but apparently it's not Spanish. It might be Portuguese or Italian, or I don't know. But then,
I dropped it into Google Translate and it popped up as Corsican, but I don't. It didn't really have a good translation.
Okay. Then Pedro said, he said, I thought it was Spanish too. Harris County, Houston just issued a stay-at-home order effective at 11:59 p.m. tonight. Police seem to be police seem to be on every other corner either way. So, yeah, that's real too. So, and that's in Houston, So, yeah, police are going to be just laying in on people, I'm sure, just to really send it home, And I don't know what's going to happen, but everyone just be safe on that thing, just be smart, But anyway, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're sitting down and talking with Kurtiss Allen, and we're going to find the translation to that message. I have no idea what that says. I don't even know what language it is. Somebody needs to tell me, because I have no clue. Personally have no clue. Anyway, we'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really means a lot. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go click that like button on our Facebook page, and of course, crush that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. And if you're watching on Facebook and you're a fan and a supporter of this gentleman, please share this interview. Share this feed right now as we speak. Tell everybody and they mama about this show, The Pascal Show. Anyway, I do have somebody very, very special in the house. Cuts by Kurtiss. We got Kurtiss Allen in the house. What's up, man?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. How the hell have you been, man? What's been new? What's been new?
Man, hanging in there, keeping hope, really.
Oh, I heard that. I mean, I have to ask you, I mean, well, first off, things okay? Are things okay?
I think that one of the things I was talking to a barber friend of mine who's a shop owner up in New York yesterday about was, he came back and quoted me later on in our conversation, but I said, we'll never appreciate what's about to come if we don't go through this right now.
Word. That's facts, man. Yeah, that's very, very true.
And I think it's really big to remember that right now, because this is a point where, you know, even for me, uncertainty is one of those things that in life we're just generally, as humanity, so afraid of. So I think right now it's just like, hold on to the hope that you got, you know? Hope will float, and it will take you up.
That is very true. That you know, and that's a nice positive thing, a positive way of kind of having this in our minds. You know what I mean? Just a way of just keeping a positive step forward and just keeping our minds in that wheelhouse, in that area. You know, just trying to stay positive, stop thinking about the negative. Because, you know, once you start getting sad, once you start getting depressed, that's when your immune system goes down. That's when you start getting sick. That's when all those things start happening. And this is a place where it's like we just refuse to get sick or refuse to go down, you know?
I think it's one of those situations where, you know, fruition is very, very real. And reality to each one of us as an individual is what's in front of us and what's real right now. So with everybody being stuck in their home, the energy that you maintain inside your home is what your reality is right now.
True. That is very true. That is very, very true. You know,
we all, you know, amid this are, you know, through social distancing and all of that, we're maintaining or attempting to maintain our society, but we need to learn to maintain our own realities inside of our home properly so we can get through this mentally strong. Because being at home for a lot of people, you know, lack of social interaction, I think is something that a lot of people need on a daily basis. So I think reaching out to people via FaceTimes, I mean, I've had so many phone conversations with so many people over the last few days, and just checking in on your people and making sure everybody's in a good spot. You can literally still hang out with people throughout this. You just got to do it through a phone.
Right. Yeah, you just do it through the phone. So let me ask you. So let me ask you this, man, because you know, obviously, you know, you're your own business. You know, you own your own business. You're an entrepreneur. You run your own thing. So when you found out about this whole safe at home order that happened, what was the first thought that went through your head?
The first thought that went through my head was, I need to reassure all the people that look to me in their careers for guidance that we're going to be all right and that I'm here for them. You know, I think there's two kinds of people in the world. You got alphas and betas, and alphas speak up and betas shut up. So, you know, it's like if you're an alpha, you got to make sure that you're looking out for your betas right now.
Right. No, that's true. But I mean, as far as like your own business, you know, I know that you were telling people that everything's going to be all right and everything like that. But like, what are you doing now? Like now that you've had to be moved out of your shop and now you're home, you're holed up. Like, what are you doing to be able to keep things afloat? You know, I'm just,
I think going back to what we said about like the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of us, what would make us feel secure is securing a future. Securing your future is something that's really going to make a lot of us feel comfortable at this time. You know, 30 days doesn't sound like that big of a deal right now, but we've got to, you know, think about what if that turns into 60 days or 90 days.
Right.
You know, I think cumulatively as a society, we've all come together and we're taking the necessary steps to try and get this under control in a 30-day period. So we're all willing to, but who knows the way people are going to handle this if it goes on a few weeks after that or a month after that, you know? Mm-hmm. People are going to need to get their haircut and they're going to stop obeying.
Right. That's so true.
And that's just what it's going to be. I mean, there's going to be a point where we're all going to come together, but there's going to be a point where people can't take it anymore.
Absolutely.
And I think that for me as a professional, one of the things that I did, you know, I didn't realize how many individuals I serviced that were considered essential personnel. You know, and the generalized public, you know, there's a lot of things that I believe that, you know, they need to stay home and things like that. But these individuals who do have to continue to work and do have to submit themselves to this job and this virus and take that chance every single day, there is nothing for them when they get off work. Right. There is no normalcy in a reality where they're supposed to maintain feeling normal and working like everything is normal.
Yeah.
So I think that for me, I'm only going to be providing services to those people that are considered essential personnel. And I'm going to be doing that in the comfort of my home, so that way I can look out for them the same way that they've always looked out for me.
Right.
I'm not going to see the people that I care about right now. Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see anyone I love. I'm not seeing an individual under the age of 15 or over the age of 50. I'm not going out in the world. I mean, if you'd ever been to my shop before, we have 42 stations, 60 people that work there. So I'm at a point where I'm looking at, you know, instead of being exposed to 250, 300 people a day as a whole, cutting down my exposure to 3-4 people per day. But, you know, for a lot of people, like, this is my vocation. This is my life's work. And this is something that's always been there for me. Mm-hmm. You know, every stage of my life and every dark depth that I've been in, haircutting has been there for me. And if I can use my haircutting to keep the people who have to keep going in the right headspace and can continue them to keep going, that's a part of what I got to do at this point in time.
Right, right. Well, that's good, man. I mean, I guess I've always wondered, like, how, like, for example, can clients or any people go to people's houses? You see what I'm saying? So
this is my thing. As a professional, I'm not going to go to anybody's house.
Right.
I don't know who you brought in your house. I can't sanitize and sterilize your environment.
Right.
I can't ensure the clarity of everything that you're going to touch or I'm going to touch inside your home.
Right.
So for me, I'm taking the same precautions that, like I said, I've been some of my clients working in triage, multiple different places. I've got a client working triage in New York City where they've got 250 confirmed deaths in the last week.
Wow. That's very
I've got
true.
I've got a client that's working in Southern California. I've got a client that's working up in Quincy, Illinois. I got a client that's working at Big St. John's. So if these individuals aren't afraid of being in the same room as this virus, because there are precautions that you can take. And as far as those individuals were briefed, they've briefed me the same way that they were briefed. And, you know, you're going to do what you can to get through this time. Surface carrying and things like that, as long as surfaces are sanitized, you know, you do what you can. I'm going to make sure that nobody's in the same room as me and the individual who's getting their haircut.
Right.
And that's going to be it. You know, nobody's going to encounter each other. All surfaces are going to be sanitized and cleaned, and I'm going to wear gloves between everybody and make sure my cleaners all have time to incubate on all my surfaces.
Right.
And one of the things that I actually purchased was an infrared thermometer as well.
Oh, wow. That's a good idea.
So at this point in time, the same thing that they use at the airport whenever you come into the country.
Right.
Before anyone's invited in my home, whether it's, you know, my girlfriend, my friends, my family, or my clients, whoever it is at this point in time, you know, everybody's getting their temperature taken with an infrared thermometer because a fever is your first symptom. Right.
That's actually a really, really good idea. You know, especially someone like you. That's awesome. That's awesome. What did it read? Do I have a fever? I mean,
No, you're actually very cold.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm a cool cat, cool as a cucumber,
you're about
my brother.
86 degrees.
Yeah.
You ain't sweating nothing.
Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing to worry about. This virus gonna slip right off my shoulders like nothing. Like Anyway, stick and move, baby, stick and move. Pop. So I gotta, obviously you got to change things. You got to improvise. You got to keep things moving and keep the business rolling. So that's good to know that you are still, accepting, clients in your own home so that if they really need a haircut, the whole nine, we will, 30 days from now, somebody out there is going to need a haircut. I mean, facts.
Yeah, and right now I'm not patronizing vanity. This isn't about like, I need to get fresh, blah, blah, blah. This is about like helping people maintain their mental health and feel good.
Right.
Look good, feel good, do good,
Yeah. I love that, man. And this is where we're at. This is what we need. It is really about feeling good. It's not just about looking good. It's also feeling good on the inside as well. Keeping that routine going and all. And once you get that routine like stripped from you, it kind of starts messing with your head. It's like somebody who is used to running every single day. Suddenly they just don't run anymore. People get lethargic, get very sad. When you're not able to use those endorphins, it's just like somebody just having, they're just getting lined up, looking tight and all that, looking super clean. Suddenly just getting that stripped from you can really do something to somebody's brain, can really do something to somebody's psyche. So it's, I'm really happy that you said that in regards to just, it's about maintaining that mental health, that happiness,
Absolutely.
your own self-confidence, unless everybody just says, hey, we're going to do the no shave November type thing over these, 30 to 90 days or something like that. God forbid. Let's not do that, guys. Fellas, let's not do that. Go to Kurtiss Allen. He'll get your stuff right. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
So one of the things that I'm actually thinking about doing is,
What's up?
I think I'm going to begin doing personal self-care regimen videos on my TikTok coming soon. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm getting ready to make a TikTok, and I'm going to teach people how to line up their cheeks, clean up their necks, take their trimmers, go over the top of their ears, get the back of their neck, just so they can also, those guys that are staying at home, that do need to stay at home, that are not essential personnel, can learn to take care of themselves a little bit better.
I love that. You know what? I'll be watching that too, because I want to learn how to line this stuff up. I don't have much up here.
Absolutely.
I ain't got nothing up here. Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing up here, but I can still experiment down here and figure this thing out. You know what I mean? So tell everybody where they can find you and all of that,
My Facebook is really, really personal, but right now, what I'm doing, the majority of my public interaction is through my Instagram, and that's at It's Kurtiss. It's ITSKURTISS.
It's Kurtiss.
Yes, because everybody always has spelled my name wrong my entire life. It's really Kurtiss with a K and two S's on my driver's license. And people think that that's just eccentric.
Yeah, they just think that you're trying to be extra. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is me. This is literally me. God put me on this earth, and my mama named me this. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Deal with it. You know what I mean? I love that, though, man. Hey, keep staying up. Keep fighting the good fight, brother. And I'm looking forward to seeing that TikTok. Because
yes, sir.
Like I said, I would love to get some tips as well. I do my own grooming. I've been doing that for a while now, and because I don't have much here, so I do everything down here. So I need some tips myself, man. Real talk. So I'll be tuning in for real. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, teaching you guys personal care is gonna make your barbers and beauticians' jobs a whole lot easier whenever you get back.
Yeah. Oh, and you're like, go back.
So this is for my people too.
yeah, no kidding. Heck yeah, man. But anyway, stay blessed, man. Stay healthy. Stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, brother. And I look forward to seeing your content here very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, my man.
Anytime, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Like I said, great people like him are out here doing their thing. You know what I mean? Go check his Instagram. That's It's Kurtiss, ITSKURTISS. All right, on Instagram. Go check him out. He's got some really great stuff, and obviously you see how clean his stuff is. You know what I mean? He stays fresh and clean all day long. All right, so he'll be doing a lot of tips and tricks on all of his social medias and everything. So go check it out. We're gonna go into a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's things I find dope. And there's some things to be happy about. And there's some really dope things going on in this city. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the Pascal Show. Like I always say, if this is the first time of you checking out this show, please go click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. And of course, smash that like button on our Facebook page. It would really mean a lot. All right. But anyway, it is time for Things I Find Dope. And in Things I Find Dope today, there are some really great things that are going on in this world, y'all. Some really great things. People are doing some really fantastic things in St. Louis, in our town. And for those who are watching outside of this wonderful city of ours, maybe this is some ideas for you guys as well, all right? Sugarfire Smoke House just recently did this past weekend a food drive, or basically they just did a breakfast drive-through where they put together, they got their food truck, they pulled their food truck out, and they just made a bunch of breakfast sandwiches, whole bunch of chili, whole bunch of soups, the whole nine, for people to take. Literally just drive up and get as many sandwiches and soups as they want. And if they wanted to donate, they could donate some money. And all that money was going to all the people that were furloughed, all the restaurateurs and people that are in the service industry that have been furloughed during this time, during this pandemic. And it was a really amazing situation, and it was really dope to see it firsthand. I brought my camera with me, so I got to go and capture some of the great moments that just happened. So here it is. Take a look.
Holy shit, $100.
$100?
Yeah, check. We made a check for $100. Oh, dude.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pascal. I am here right in front of Sugarfire on Olivet, and they are doing an amazing thing today. It is incredible. They're doing a huge breakfast sandwich drive right now as we speak. Right behind me, as you can see, there are just lines of cars coming, all for the restaurant community. If you can see, bang, money is coming. Money is most definitely coming, and this is all for the good, all to help out the St. Louis restaurant community. How does it feel to see all these people showing up for this?
It's crazy. We expected a pretty good turnout, but this is something we didn't expect.
Honestly, it feels like a real privilege because most people, we're able to stay open right now. We're able to keep selling food to people to the point where we're giving it away right now. Yeah. That's just a tremendous privilege.
How does it feel to be able to help out and give back for something so good?
I love helping my community, especially the Olivet community where I grew up. So I'm just glad we could help out.
How about you, sir?
I feel the same as she does. It's important to give back.
I agree.
I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, the man who put this whole thing together, Mike Johnson of Sugarfire. Man, This is an amazing turnout, man. By the way,
we're crazy. Should we be standing further apart?
No kidding, we should be. I'll be. I don't know where. I don't know where I've been, Lou. You don't know where I've been. Anyway, so tell me. I mean, I see the amount of money that's going.
This is the first hour. There's several thousand in here already. I mean, people are being so generous. It's so fun. You know,
it's unbelievable.
So I'm through about 400 sandwiches right now, and I got about 100 left, and then I'm going into the soup. So we challenged all of our chefs, all our restaurants to make quarts of soup. I mean, it is good too.
Oh my Lord!
Beef, wild rice, taco soup. What is that?
What is that?
I don't know. But it's
what is taco soup?
Chicken noodle, spicy chicken, ham and bean. I got the whole array. This is free. Just come up and just take some. We're going to be tossing them to people.
So it's free.
Yeah.
But if they want to make a donation, they can.
Yeah, of course. And all the money goes to the Gateway Business Resilience Fund, which I guess supports like furloughed restaurant workers and stuff.
Yeah. And this is an amazing way to see how humans help each other out. People are really incredible, and St. Louis is incredible. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. You know what I love about this is that there were so many people that showed up to this event, and it was mind-blowing how many people showed up. And what was also really dope about it is that they raised over $8,000 in just like 4 hours. $8,000, guys.
Dang.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. This turnout was everything I expected it to be and then some. And because I was expecting it to be, I mean, it's Sugarfire, guys. I mean, it's Sugarfire. Come on. You know, they are a really big, they're a really big restaurant. They're a really big name. A lot of people love their food. I knew that it was going to be a big turnout, but I didn't expect it to be $8,000 as big of a turnout. And there were people, like I said, this was just free food. This was free food for people to just pull up and get some food. But what was so amazing is that people were donating money, and they were dropping checks, cash, all that, you know? And it was just really cool to see people going out of their way to donate and just help people. And I know that it's $8,000, and it's only just a tip of the iceberg of what people in this city really need, but it was still a huge gesture. And they're already in talks of doing something like this again very, very soon. So it's so exciting that this is we've only just begun, y'all. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, the last segment we had some guy taking all of hand sanitizer just so he can, mark it up, 300% and try to sell it on Amazon. And then now we have a gentleman in a company in a restaurant that is trying to raise money to help people that have lost their jobs during this time. You know, that he's going and giving back, and he's just saying, hey, let's just empty out our freezers and our cupboards, and let's give back. You know, that's one man that's one company, that's one organization that's trying to do something that I hope will trickle down and inspire other companies and other businesses to do the same. You know. But that was what I found dope today. And that was, like I said, an amazing gesture. And I just hope that I'm hoping that they team up with other restaurants and it becomes like just one big event so that we see hundreds of thousands of dollars that's raised, not just 8, which is still amazing. But I would love to see it go into 6 figures, So I'm saying that right now. I'm saying that out loud to any restaurant out there that's inspired by that and wants to join on or join in. This is the time that we all need to come together as a united front and help each other out. So That's all I wanted to say about that. You know, wasn't that a dope video, guys?
It
was awesome.
I was good. Very weary about those places still that are doing like drive-through pickups and things like that, because I just really hope that the people that are working there don't have anything. That's my only fear.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, yeah, of course, there is that fear of staying. There is that fear of staying of the workers staying clean and the workers not having anything that could be, the cooks and the staff that's putting things together. But I'm sure everyone's taking the precautions, the necessary precautions that they need to do to be able to continue working behind a grill or, work the line or anything of that sort. I don't think these restaurants are playing stupid. You know what I mean? I think that they're being extra cautious. At least that's what I think.
As cautious as you can be, I guess that's the whole issue, right? Is that even China came out and was saying that they had like 45,000 people that weren't in their numbers, that were just silent carriers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some dispute about that coming out, but if you don't show any symptoms and you don't get tested, you don't know if you have it, and that's where the fear comes from, right? So,
right.
But hopefully, hopefully they're washing their hands and taking all the precautions that they can, and but it's definitely good to give back, and I like seeing that type of stuff going on.
Yeah. And obviously we can't live in fear forever. And I know that a lot of these restaurants and a lot of these places need to survive. And the only way to help them out is to buy food or to contribute. So in a way, it's like, you are proceeding at your own risk, but at the same time, it's like putting trust in the person that's handling the food in the first place in hopes that they're being cautious. I mean, take Sugarfire out of the equation completely. I'm just saying, like, if you're just trying to go and get delivery pizza, you got to trust that whoever's driving that pizza to you is clean or is healthy or doesn't have the virus, So, I mean, but then that's the ongoing discussion and an ongoing debate. It's like, well, do we live completely in fear or do we live kind of in fear? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just a tiny bit, a tiny bit in fear. But I feel like if you live completely in fear, then you're going to miss out on life in general. Completely. I'm talking about like 110% just fear, locking yourself out, completely shutting yourself off from the rest of the world type of situation, But at the same time, we don't have the answers, right? We don't know.
Right.
We don't have the answers.
And there's a big thing going on with the government, and they're saying, is the lockdown and the economic fallout from it going to be bigger than what the actual disease is? So like right now, there's a lot of pushback against Trump, who's saying that, he might be saying, and we're not going to be shut down for 3 to 4 months, like people are saying. They want to jumpstart the economy quicker than they, are expected to be able to have people stay at home. They want to be able to say, okay, well, if you've been tested and then you had it and now the weeks have passed, should that group of people be able to go back to work? There's a fear that, people go back to work too quickly, that, it just takes one person to reinfect or to go and infect a place that hasn't been infected yet. So it's kind of scary to find out, is it 2 weeks enough? Is 30 days enough? Is it going to be 90 days?
Right.
But
in fact, there is that there is that question that's going out there of, if you get the coronavirus, can you get it again? Is it kind of like chickenpox? Allegedly, when you get chickenpox, once you get it once, you're done. You can't get it again. But then I've heard stories of people getting chickenpox more than once. So, or is this like the flu, where it's like, if you're in the area and you just happen to get, come across a virus, the flu virus, you just get the flu virus. It's just, it just is what it is. You know, you may not get it every single year, but you eventually you can get it at some point. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But that's something that they have not fully answered yet. If it's something that, if once you get through it, that you can actually like not have it ever again. So they don't have that answer yet.
Yeah. Man.
But
it's scary.
It is scary. But
so many unknowns.
It's a lot of unknowns. It's too many unknowns. You know, it's way too many unknowns. But the thing is those are the unknowns. This is just what it is. You know, it is what it is for right now. We just gotta get through it. We got to get through it until whatever this thing is over with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a crazy thing. It is a crazy thing. And that is true, you know. James said on YouTube, you know, it may not hurt you, but you can still be a carrier. That is very true. You know, that is very, very true. But like I said, it's a lot of open questions that we don't have the full answer to yet. Then I've also heard about people who are dying from taking a particular drug because they said that this particular drug could help with fighting off the coronavirus. Some people took this chloroquine, I forgot what it's called, but people literally chloroquine, right? Chloroquine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, chloroquine, and they literally there are people who are dying from consuming this particular drug. Now, is that something that is maybe if they don't take as much?
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
So
go ahead.
I think what you saw is that after Trump had come out and said that chloroquine was showing that it could work, that's an anti-malaria drug. And what was happening is that there was a news story of a couple that was like, oh, I think that we had chloroquine that we gave to our fish and put on our fish tank. Well, it was chloroquine phosphate. And so this couple actually took a little bit of the chloroquine phosphate, put it into some water, and within like minutes of taking it, they were both having issues. The husband was having trouble breathing. The wife was going into a more serious thing, rushed to the hospital. They're asking him, what did you guys take? What did you take? And it ends up that the husband died, within a few hours of going to the place. And I think the wife was still in serious condition. But it's they don't sell, chloroquine is not like an over-the-counter drug.
Right.
It's a prescription malaria drug. But people are seeing that there's chloroquine phosphate and it has the same name, and they're just saying, oh, the president said this is what will help us. And so this couple, they took it thinking that they were doing a preventative measure. That's because they're like in their late 60s or 70s, and they thought that they were doing something good because the president told them that chloroquine was the answer.
Oh, well, my Lord.
You got to be able to still use your brain and realize that things that you put in your fish tank to sterilize the water is probably not what you can put in your body.
Yeah.
That's just I don't even know how to react to that, to be completely honest.
People are desperate, I mean, they're desperate for anything that'll, protect them from this. I was just looking on Twitter, I'm watching Twitter to make sure, we don't miss anything that comes across.
Right.
There's a video going out now that looks like Black Friday of people, forming a scrum trying to get toilet paper, I mean, people are getting, nerves are getting pretty raw. I mean, people are going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
But here's the thing: nerves are getting really raw, right? And what's today's day? What is today?
Yeah, it's just the start, the 24th.
People are getting really agitated, and today is what day? What is the day today, guys? I'm just curious. Just tell me.
24th.
No, I mean like the day of the week. I'm sorry.
Tuesday.
Exactly.
Tuesday.
Exactly. And it's only Tuesday, and people are already getting aggravated? Man, imagine what happens on day 30.
Yeah.
Day 30.
But I was seeing that Governor Cuomo of New York says that they don't expect the coronavirus to peak in New York State for 2 to 3 weeks. So as bad as New York is now, they don't expect it to peak until 2 to 3 weeks from now. They say the efforts to flatten the curve so far have not been working in New York, and that the the curve is still spiking. So scary. People are. It's going to get a lot weirder, a lot crazier.
It's going to get a lot weirder. Yeah. I obviously there's a lot of people out there that are just wondering where the next dollar is going to come from, and now we're going to be in a situation. It doesn't even matter about this. I don't even know what it's called, the stimulus package or whatever they're calling it. Whatever they're talking about as far as money being sent to every American and all that. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to change anything. People are going to still need more money.
And a lot of people are just going to buy a new TV or something with it.
Right? People are going to
sock it away like they should.
People are going to do something really stupid, and people are going to start doing stupid stuff. And man, this is the time when we got to start protecting ourselves.
Money to buy hand sanitizer.
Right.
Yeah.
Take that $1,000 and go out and clear a shelf of hand sanitizer out.
Jeez.
Yeah. Right. See, but it's so scary, man. Like, real talk, bro. Like, this is some scary stuff. And I mean, obviously, it's only going to get. Here it is. Like, I kind of like me. I had my moment a few weeks ago. Like, no, not a few weeks ago. Yeah, about a few weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I had my moment where I was like, oh man, kind of like not a panic attack, but it was just kind of like an oh man moment, like an oh crap moment, like, whoa, how are we gonna, when are we gonna, how is this gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot of unanswered questions, because obviously we don't have a whole lot of answered. There's how are we gonna answer these questions? You know what I'm saying? So but lately I've just been kind of taking it in stride. The new news. Actually, in fact, on a real honest tip, just to be straight funky with y'all, I've been really happy that there hasn't been any more new news. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like seeing the things every single day. You see what I'm saying? Like every day, 3 times a day of like new updates. Live coverage or breaking news, or you know what I'm saying? It makes you even more anxious. So right now, I've been very thankful that there hasn't been new things every minute of every single day. This is the thing that we're talking about now. Virus, pandemic, COVID-19, coronavirus, the Rona, the tender Rona, the whole nine. I mean, we're going to have this in our vernacular till this thing is gone, which is not going to be for another year, it seems like. But now, like, I'm just trying to take everything in stride, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. But of course, there is still those concerns. Like, I'm sure everybody else has those concerns of, like James just said, while I was saying this is perfect. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to keep food in my belly, the lights on, the whole nine, So it's a very interesting time. It is a very interesting time. And the only thing we can do is just roll with it,
Yep.
Go with the flow. Keep happy thoughts in your head. Keep playing happy music. And keep a routine that doesn't drive you insane. And be around people that don't drive you insane as well. Seriously, that's important too. Imagine being holed up with somebody you find absolutely obnoxious. Have mercy. That would be terrible. I would hate that.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I got to talk to you every day.
Ah!
No, I agree, man. I mean, I think there are a lot of people. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday with domestic abuse and sexual abuse and stuff. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't in a good situation, but there are going to be a lot of people that reconnect and find something new and go back to talking. And hopefully, everyone's not just 100%, in their phones all the time.
Yeah.
And actually having human connection still with. I saw people going outside and I've been playing, guitars and singing and stuff. In South City, there was a video of people that were playing guitar and their neighbors were playing drums. And so they, just kind of the whole street coming together, almost having a block party, but no one actually being on the block.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that that viral video of the guy playing the piano, playing Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On," and the saxophone player playing in the balcony, down the street from him. And they were kind of doing a duet together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of those. There's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of that. And like I said, I have a feeling there's going to be a ton of TikTok stuff, a ton of social media stuff. There's going to be videos and skits and all that stuff of people just doing stuff at home because they got nothing else better to do. They're going to be bored as sin.
You know what else is going to be big is homemade porn. Homemade porn is going to be huge now. I mean, we are entering the golden age of homemade amateur porn because everybody's going to be quarantined. Everybody's going to need to pick up some extra income anywhere they can. So there's going to be a lot. It's going to be boom times. So there's some silver lining for you. If you like homemade amateur porn, now is your time to shine. There's going to be
There's gonna be a lot of testimonials out there.
Tom,
I'm just saying.
Tom,
it's true.
Tom, just.
I'm trying to brighten things up.
That was hilarious. You got real excited. He was like, it's gonna go crazy. Homemade porn, guys. It's gonna go nuts. It's gonna be amazing.
Nuts.
Wow.
It's gonna be a bunch of bored couples hunkered down looking for extra cash. Perfect storm.
Oh God! Don't tell me that. That's terrible.
Tom got too comfortable with taking his shirt off in front of the webcam yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah, he was just slowly.
I'm dipping my toe in the water.
He's an exhibitionist. You know what I mean? He's just like, let me get it all out now. This is just breadcrumbs to what's really about to come down. Actually, somebody on YouTube, Sam on YouTube, just said, this is funny. Did you catch the toddler in chief yesterday having a fit that the press was mean to him? This is news to me too. No, I don't know. At first I was like, toddler in chief. Oh, you mean President Trump. So I didn't know this. This is very new to me too. Somebody's got to look that up because I don't know if that's real. I don't know because he was just like, yes, Sam said, yes, this really happened. So I would love to see that as well. I think that would be very interesting to see for sure. Him having a fit. He's always been having a fit though. He
always seems to be having a fit with the press. I mean, there was that thing last week with the guy that asked him, what can you tell worried Americans right now to calm them down? He said, I would tell them you're fake news, and started going off on that guy. I mean, it's a weird time to have a president that we're not really sure of his mental faculties.
Oh, but what's really funny is we say that, and then speaking of Biden, anyway, moving on.
Yeah, that's true.
His mental capacity is really flimsy as well. So I don't know. What were you gonna say, Jack?
At least Biden came out yesterday because he said that he was talking with Obama about who his vice presidential pick should be. And he did say he was going to choose a woman as his vice president if he were to be chosen. But he said that he knows how old he is. He realizes that these types of situations come up, and he's in a vulnerable age group. And he also knows that his mental ability goes down with age, and so and at least for 95% of the country, I guess. There's some people that are 103 and still just like sharp as can be. But that's not the norm. But he realizes that he has to pick somebody that can be in that position, that if he were to fall ill or not be able to serve, that he needs somebody that can stand in and actually take on the role. So they are already planning to have a backup plan, whereas everything else right now with the current administration seems like backup plan. I'm just trying to run it on the fly.
Right.
It's like I'm going to fire everybody else that was already here, and I'm going to figure it out.
Let's just wing it. Let's just wing it real quick, guys. Let's just see if let's just shoot from the hip. That's literally what's going on. We're going to shoot it from the hip. We're just gonna run and gun it. It's a shame. Yeah. So in other words, you're saying, in other words, maybe Barack Obama for vice president, maybe? I'm just kidding.
He has a sex change.
Or Michelle Obama.
If Michelle Obama goes and runs for vice president, it's a wrap, son. It's a wrap. But I don't think she's going to do it. I don't think she's going to do it.
Oh.
I don't.
They got that nice new house up in Martha's Vineyard now. Why would you want to go through all that stress again of having everybody
all over again
talking trash on you all day long? Yep. Weird birthers and racists.
Yeah.
How about Kim Kardashian?
Also, dear Lord, no. Here's the other thing, though, too. Before we go into Kim Kardashian, God. First off, I read her book. I read her autobiography. And no, it's a really good read. I read it because I just...
Wait, Michelle Obama or Kim Kardashian?
No, Michelle Obama. No, I would never read anything from Kim Kardashian. Unless she became something really prominent and started doing some really amazing things for the country and really changed her ways and was a real person rather than some fake such and such, the fake individual like she is right now. I might read her book if it was something about her doing something really prominent and amazing for the country. Michelle Obama's book, Becoming, was very, very good. But in the book, she goes into great lengths. She goes into great details about how she did not enjoy being in the White House at all whatsoever. So for her to sit there and to go and become vice president would be that would be a long shot to me, unless the offer was that tantalizing to her. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Unless it was for a history thing, being part of history, like being the first black vice president, potentially the first black female. First black female vice president. Then on top of that, potentially becoming the first black female president is huge. Yep. So maybe just for history and for that kind of accolade, maybe. But she says in her book, in her autobiography, how much she did not enjoy it. Like when she left, it was like she felt like a huge weight was lifted off of the whole family's shoulders. So why would she put herself and her family back in that stuff again?
I can't imagine she would.
Because of the route that the country has gone down. To get it back on track, I guess.
Maybe.
Imagine Biden goes, he wins, calls her for vice president. He goes, you know what? Psych, I resign. She becomes president. And then you got Barack back as the first husband. Yeah. And he's running the country again.
And then he's basically running it. Yeah. And then he's basically
She's like, yep, I just am standing in.
I mean, it is a wild thought. For sure. It is a wild thought to think of her running. It is a wild thought of her, especially after reading her book, Man, that thing was a page turner. I mean, it was really dope. And, I got through that in a week. It was like, Prah! But it would be a surprise to me. And then a part of me would be like, well, in this book, you talk about how much you were happy to leave and couldn't wait to continue your life. So I feel like she would be going back on something that she wrote in black and white, in a book. I feel like it would be going against who she is. So then it's kind of like, what kind of person is Michelle Obama then if she was to run? especially after writing a book like that. You see what I'm saying? Does
I
that
can't
make sense?
imagine.
I can't imagine it either, man. That would be a
And
long
I mean,
shot.
there's no shortage of qualified Democrat women out there that could take that vice presidential mantle. I mean, there's there's Elizabeth Warren, there's Tammy Duckworth, there's there's Stacey Abrams, there's any number of people.
Stacey Abrams. Good call on Stacey. Good call on Stacey Abrams. I know he said something about it would be a woman of color. I know he said that. Stacey Abrams would be a good choice for sure. I don't know if she has that kind of backing, though.
Is it Kamala?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Kamala Harris.
No to the Kamala. No to the Kamala Harris. No. She is so fake. She is so fake. No. I think she's so fake. At least the way she comes off. She comes off one way, and then she comes off another, and it's like anything for a vote. I don't think she's real at all. Like I would rather have it be Michelle Obama than her kind of thing all day long. You know? Or Stacey Abrams, which I don't really know much about Stacey Abrams, but in my personal opinion.
I don't know too much about her either. I think the only thing that would hold Stacey Abrams back is the highest office she's held has been, I think, in Georgia's state house. I think she was the minority leader in Georgia State House, and I'm not sure if that's a high enough office for her to. But then Trump had no political experience, so I don't know.
But I agree with what. Well, see you later, Sam. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sam. But I agree with James also when James said on YouTube, Joe needs a big name to run. And I agree. Most definitely. He does need a big name. Stacey Abrams might not be that big of a name. Maybe that meeting with Obama was to basically try to get with Barack was to maybe get Michelle to start to maybe reconsider, you know, because she would be killer. I mean, it would be a wrap, son. It would be a wrap.
Yeah, it would be.
A wrap.
I sure can't imagine she'd do it, but you're right. That would probably cinch it for Biden.
For sure. It would be a wrap. Trump would be terrified if it was Michelle Obama. And the fact, and that's the other thing. Let's not forget that too. Michelle Obama hates Trump. Let's not forget that too. So maybe that's happening because maybe this meeting is happening because he's sitting there going, you hate him just as much as I do, sweetheart. We just need to take him down. Can you just help me take him down? And we'll figure it out after that. Maybe that's the situation. You know, in that case, then maybe I would, you know, now that I think about it and now that we've talked it out, I'm like, okay, maybe I'd let that book, I'd throw that book away. Myself, I'd just be like, I forgot what she said in that book. What book? And just vote. You know what I mean? Just to get him out. Just to get him out of there, you know? Anyway, we got to go.
Second book, I changed my mind.
Yeah. The other book is In Second Thought. That's what it should be. And Another Thing. That's what it should be called. And Another Thing. You know? But anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'm sitting down with Virginia Kerr. We'll be right back. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all of our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I always say, if this is your first time checking out our show on Facebook, please go click that like button on our Facebook page. And we also have a YouTube channel. We are going live on YouTube as well. So go crush that subscribe button for all the people that are watching on YouTube as well. And if you have any questions from my next guest, please comment down below. I will make sure we ask them live on the show. So I have somebody very special on the show via Skype, via FaceTime, if you will. Please welcome Virginia Kerr to the show. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very, very good. You know, busy, you know, doing these shows straight from home. Obviously, everybody is basically in a safer at home order situation. Just I'm assuming just like yourself, you know, you're staying holed up in your home. How's that been going for you so far?
Well, honestly, it's not that much of an adjustment for me because I actually work from home. This is my laundry office, as I call it. So that part hasn't changed. The fact that my husband and my child are here all the time, that part has changed. But we're doing well. We haven't left the house in well over a week, almost 2 weeks probably.
Right. I mean, and that's the smart way to go. I mean, that's the smart way to go. I mean, once you started seeing that things are going awry, things are getting really weird. It's like, all right, we gotta close our doors and we just gotta stay home and be safe and be healthy. How is that though? Like, you know, as far as like the kids being home, the family being home, how are you handling it yourself as far as being a creator, you know, creating this content and all that stuff? You know, are you having a hard time staying creative while having family time 24/7?
Not a hard time staying creative. It's a hard time getting things done that I want to get done. So what I've done is I've just kind of taken the pressure off of myself, and it's just a new normal. I just know that I'm not going to get as much done as I did before. Right. But as far as creative content, there's so much, I mean, that you can play with and make fun of and relate to.
Yeah. So, okay. I got to know, because just the other day, I'm not kidding. Just the other day, I'm on TikTok now. I mean, I feel like everybody's on TikTok now.
You gotta be on TikTok.
Yeah, you gotta be. I mean, it's kind of part of the. It's part of life now, right? So I'm on TikTok. I'm just swiping through, just going through stuff, and I stumble upon somebody very familiar, and I'm going, wait a second, is that Virginia Kerr? That cannot be Virginia. And I'm looking at your stuff, and I'm like, this girl is hilarious. This is some really good stuff. Now, then I went to and just checked out your actual page, and my Lord, you're past 200,000 followers on that platform. Man, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are really wanting to know, like, just TikTok in general. You know what I mean? Like, how did you gain all those followers in the first place? You know, I know it's probably some complicated discussion, but you know, let's just start with the basics right now. You know, what did you do to get to 200,000 plus on your TikTok?
Well, I think for me, okay, we'll go there first. Sure. For me personally, I started back in October, I think. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how it worked. And I just started kind of watching what other people were doing. And I had to figure out how the app itself worked. And I remember my husband was away on like a hunting trip or something. So that weekend, I probably shot maybe 4 or 5 TikToks. Now, keep in mind, I didn't do this for business. I just did this for fun. And I was in theater, and obviously, if you know who I am, I don't take myself really seriously. You know, Timmy Zell and I had a show together and we did a lot of fun skits together. And so this was like a playground for me. I just thought it was so much fun. And very quickly I realized that I had to go all in on who I was. I couldn't try to be somebody else. Right. And so I think just showing up consistently, and I didn't want to look like, you know, I'm 45. I didn't want to get on TikTok and try to look like all the cute little 20-year-olds on there doing their TikTok dances. I just wanted to do something that was me, that made sense for me. So I think one of the key elements is not trying to be somebody you're not or trying to act way younger than you are. Like I wasn't trying to do that.
Oh, okay. And that's very true. I mean, you're definitely doing your own thing. And I mean, you are literally doing like full on skits. Just
it didn't start that way though. It didn't start that way.
Oh, okay. So then, so tell me, how did it okay. So you found all right, I'm going to be myself. You know, obviously you're not wearing.
Well, I'm going to do comedy. I don't do vlogs. So like, I don't talk to the camera like I would on Instagram stories.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not trying to do my business because I'm a video coach. I'm not trying to do my business on there. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just telling you what I do. Okay. And so it started with a lot of lip syncs because that was a lot more comfortable for me, because I could lip sync somebody. You didn't hear my voice. And then I could just kind of interpret it. You know, I would what I like to do is take a popular song or take a popular trend, if you will, and then put it into my own scenario, like, you know, real life, you know, but exaggerate it. And then eventually, if I'm really honest with you, I made some really cringy videos later on. So some went viral for all good things because people thought they were funny and clever, okay?
Right.
Then I got a little carried away one day because, like I said, I like to take interesting sound and then get really creative with it. And so this particular video wasn't talking. It was a chef who did like a song, like a rhythm to all of the things he was doing in the kitchen. And so I took that sound and I created a little storyline around it and did really strange, like, it fit, like the visuals really fit with the sound, even though they weren't what the sound was. And I didn't think anything of it. My husband thought it was stupid. I threw it up there. Dude, it's got over 8 million views, and it went viral because it was so annoying.
So it's an annoying, it's an annoying
really
skit.
annoying, yeah. And I didn't take it down because I'm like, it's amazing how people, you know, even when it's cringy, people are commenting, and when people are commenting and sharing, your videos go viral faster. They get more views faster. I didn't do it for that reason. I really didn't think it would go anywhere. But anyway, long story short, I took a lot of heat from it. Really not nice comments. And so I started making fun of myself for being the unfunniest woman on TikTok. And anyway,
that's awesome.
Fast forward, what it did was it forced me to rethink what I was doing and just kind of just go all in on who I was and not worry what people thought. And I think that's what gained the most traction.
Oh, okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah. No. It did. That was interesting. So like, let's go back, because you did say just like a big chunk there, and I want to go back on it real quick. Before you did that video that had 8 million views, that was, as you say, in your opinion, very annoying. You said you did some cringy videos. What were the cringy videos?
Well,
like, explain what are cringy.
That was the biggest. That was the cringiest of them all. But the ones that went viral that were not cringy, they were just visually interesting, and they're real short. So one of the things you have to be aware of is if you want more views on a video, you have to, I find that the sweet spot is 9 to 12 seconds, because what TikTok algorithm is looking for is completion rate. And so your chances of someone watching a video from beginning to end are much greater if it's a shorter video. Now, it still has to be good, but my longer videos that have done well, they have to be pretty clever, because they're longer than the 12 to 15 seconds.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing. You want to keep them short.
Gotcha. 9 to 12 seconds. Okay, I'm going to write that down. 9 to 12 seconds. So, and obviously, I mean, that's one of your main spots. Like that's your pillar platform, I would say, right? Your pillar platform, like social media platform.
Followers on there, yes.
Yeah, you have the most followers on there. Yeah. But you don't do anything else on there, like promoting the other stuff that you do on that platform at all?
No, I do get followers on my Instagram. My Instagram account is all about video coaching, and it's for online business owners trying to figure out how to market online and get used to video and what should they say and talk about and all that stuff. So I do get followers on there, and that's what I realized. I took a break. So after that big cringy video happened, and everybody came out, all the 12-year-olds came out hating me so much, I just took a break from it. And I came back 2 months later, and I was like, I just did not care what people thought. And that's when I started doing my full-on skits. That's when I stopped doing all the lip syncing. I started like using my own voice, coming up with my own characters. And I got back in because I had so many, my ideal customer or client is a female business owner online. And I had so many people on Instagram saying they discovered me on TikTok. I was like, well, I should get back to doing that. And so I decided to do content that moms would relate to more, because that obviously would attract the type of person I want. I still get a lot of 12-year-old fans, but that's okay. I like them too. So my business account is Instagram, but I do get new potential clients from TikTok.
Nice.
And I like TikTok because it's a way for you don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to do comedy. You can do business. But I do like the fact that I can use it as a way for people to see the other side of me, so they don't always see the serious side. So I take a lot of my content I create on TikTok and I put it on Facebook and I put it on Instagram.
Gotcha. Okay. So then how often are you doing things on TikTok? How often are you uploading on TikTok?
Pretty much daily.
Oh, okay.
Some people would tell you if you want to start growing a following on TikTok, you need to post 2 to 3 times a day. It depends on what kind of content we're talking, though. Like I said, if I was just doing something like I do on Instagram stories, I could easily post 2 to 3 times a day. But my brand, if you will, on TikTok is a lot more extra than that. I do characters and all that stuff, and I do a lot of editing. So I don't have it in me. I couldn't do 3 a day, so I do 1 a day at most.
Gotcha.
I try to do at least 5 times a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I could only imagine how, just creating those kind of skits, you're wearing outfits, you're putting on, one day you're wearing a football outfit, then you know what I mean? You got costume changes, wigs, the whole nine. It's some really creative stuff. I'm like, how can you do
all that though? That's not necessary.
No, I understand. But that's your lane. You know what I mean? That's what you've created for yourself. So it's like, how do you be able to do that so many times a day would be so tough. And obviously just staying fresh and staying innovative every single time. I feel like, one a day of being creative is enough. You know what I mean? Especially like that's a lot of brain power, especially, when you got the rest of your life to do, you got you're a family person.
The whole nine. Now, this is like a TikTok dream right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now you could just hit the whoa 5 times a day, no problem. No problem. So are there any other like tips and tricks that you would recommend to any person out there that's trying to get their TikTok on point, or even any of their social media on point? Do you have any tips?
Yes. Okay. Well, let's do TikTok first, and then I'll go more broad.
Okay.
So with TikTok, I think it's really important that you put a title on your video, because if people have, you think people don't have an attention span on social media, they really don't have much of one on TikTok. You've got to get their attention and let them know what they're looking at right away. So what I suggest is you have a title. I don't mean the title like that you type it into the TikTok caption. I'm talking about put actual text on your video so that they know exactly what they're looking at. Whether this is business, comedy, it doesn't matter what your niche is, you need to make sure that they know what they're getting, especially when they look at your TikTok account as a whole. If they can see the title and those big, fonts on your actual video, then they're more likely to click on it. So that's number 1. Number 2, I would keep it short. And I will say the algorithm on TikTok it's really sensitive. So you want to make sure that you are trying to use popular music, and you want to make sure you're using the hashtags that are trending. And so the way to find those is you hit the discover on your TikTok and see what the ones are at the very top, and try to use one of those in each one of your videos. The hashtag system on TikTok is different than other accounts. So like on Instagram, we're using hashtags because people are searching hashtags. not so much on TikTok. I mean, you can search, but that's not what the user usually does. The reason your hashtags are important on TikTok is because that's telling the algorithm who to send that video to.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of the videos, or one of the, I guess, franchises, if you will, that I do that's pretty popular is I imitate my Southern mom. And so I'll always hashtag Southern with that one, because that's going to more likely send that out to people who are, you know, looking at Southern videos, or they're in the South, you know, that, and so they're going to get that joke more so than someone who doesn't have a Southern mom or live in the South or lived in the South.
Yeah.
So that's one main thing on TikTok. What else? I think just, okay, broader, in all social media, I think you have to be more in tune to what your potential ideal follower wants to see from you. And so when you know that, when you see the videos that are doing really well on your TikTok, you need to do more of that content. So if you're on my account, you'll start to see that I've done a lot more of my Southern Mama videos, because those are doing well and people like to see that. So I'm doing more of those versus some of the stuff that hasn't gone as well. Keep them short. Like I have some videos that I've gone all out on that I love, so I keep them up there, but they're like over 40 seconds. And again, if the algorithm is seeing that people are only watching 20 seconds of that 40-second video, they're not going to push it out to as many people.
Gotcha.
So, and I think the biggest thing with all social media is you've got to let go of what you think people are thinking of you, which is what I was saying with that big cringy video when it kind of like froze me because I had all these haters on me. And then finally I'm like, why do I care? I was having so much fun with this, and I've met a lot of people through TikTok. And most of the people that are hating on TikTok are literally 12-year-olds who don't post any content of their own, which makes me really sad that we've got these young kids who think they can be so mean. But for some reason on TikTok, that culture is there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's everywhere. That culture is everywhere.
On TikTok, it feels like it's worse. But I don't get it as much now. And I think it's because the algorithm has figured out who likes my stuff, and they don't show that to those people anymore.
Right. No, that makes sense.
You can always block them if they
if they, you know, haters gonna hate, and especially when you're doing something that's innovative or different, or it's getting a lot of views. You know, it's if you're getting 8 million views and you didn't get one comment of just straight trolling, then something's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when you start getting those hate text messages, and just they're roasting you and that kind of thing, it's like, oh yeah, you made it. That's a viral video. That is a viral video right there.
In the trollers and the haters' defense, that video was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Well, hey, it still got you 8 million views. It still got you that traction. It sure did. It worked. That's all that matters. Now, I know that a lot of your skits are not all of them are 9 to 12 seconds long. I mean, I've noticed that some of them are a lot longer. Why are they longer? Why are you just, you know what I mean? Like you say 9 to 12 seconds, which is a great tip. But I've noticed that a lot of your skits are a lot longer. So why are they longer?
The skits where I actually produce them, if you will, and I come up with a storyline and it's my actual voice. Yeah. It's really hard to get all of that into 15 seconds or less. And so the skits are longer. My lip dubs are usually the ones that are between 9 and 15 seconds. So that's when you take someone else's sound or a song and you just, lip sync to it. Right. And so that's what I was saying is like, I had to let go of trying to get all the video. My goal is not to get videos to go viral. It's really not. I know that I like what I do and I have fun. And honestly, it is so therapeutic. And I find a lot of people, I have a lot of introvert. I mean, I'm an introvert. I know that might sound surprising, but I am. But I have a lot of friends who are really shy, and then they get on TikTok and they just feel this freedom to express themselves in ways they never have before. And I think that is the value in it. And getting to meet people and connect with people that kind of get your sense of humor and just be entertained. And so my goal isn't to make things go viral. Back in the day it did. When I first started, I was like, I'm going to dominate this.
Of course. Yeah, everyone gets on there to hope to become like TikTok, to gain that, to get that TikTok fame. You know what I mean? For sure. So then what is I understand that you are a on-camera coach, correct? Can you let me know, like, tell me a little bit about that as well? I mean, that's very fascinating too.
I mean, as you know, but a lot of people who are not in St. Louis, or I haven't been on the air in a long time in St. Louis. I was a television news anchor, reporter, and TV host for over 20 years. I left that. I started an online business, and I replaced my income so I could launch a nonprofit TV show in St. Louis. And so I did that. And along the way, as I was building my online business, helping other people do it, I realized that a lot of people, they're not comfortable in front of the camera. And even before this whole pandemic hit, it was becoming more and more obvious that people needed to get their faces on camera if they wanted to start to grow their market with, you know, a completely cold audience, because video is, as you know, the fastest way to get someone to know, like, and trust you. And I live out in the country. I don't live in St. Louis. I live about an hour, not an hour out, but almost an hour out. And so I didn't want to have to, like, run around, drive around, and network in person all the time. I wanted to really start building my business just from the computer. And then I realized a lot of other people are in that situation, but they've got to get their face on camera if they want to make that happen. Yeah. And so I started a coaching course and one-on-one coaching to help people not only get comfortable in front of the camera, but also figure out what their brand is and how to speak to their ideal person. And now, right now, it's really just connecting with your audience and building relationships and relating to people, because we're all in isolation. Yeah. And so now they're really starting to get on camera or think about it. And so I just help people break through that fear and really get comfortable and find their voice, if you will, on video.
That's really, really great. Because I know, like you just said, everyone needs help to a certain extent. You know, even the most polished of on-camera personalities need some sort of coaching or some sort of tweaking. You know, we can always get better on how we present ourselves on camera, for sure. So that's a really great thing that you're doing. And I love it. And this is like after you were on the news and everything, and that happened. Was this simultaneously, or is this after you left, or, you know, when did this happen?
No, it's I left Channel 4. My last TV job was at the CBS affiliate in St. Louis. So I left there in 2014. We launched the nonprofit show in 2016, but I had started my online business in 2013. Gotcha. The coaching part didn't happen until this past summer. And so I just started really taking off with that. And then the TikTok thing happened, which has nothing to do with my business other than I just love it. And I think a lot of people were like, has Virginia lost her mind? Like, what, when you take a TikTok video that's like, it's okay to be that crazy on TikTok, and then you throw it on Facebook randomly, people are like, what in the world is going on? Right. But now I just invite everybody to, like, especially now, I finally got my husband and my son in a TikTok video yesterday. It's just fun. It's a way for us to have fun and pass the time and get creative and kind of make fun of the things that, you know, is going on in our world right now. I mean, not make fun of serious stuff, but just like the day-to-day stuff we have to deal with living in isolation. Right. I mean, I don't know about you, but I do find myself scrolling TikTok when I'm bored and trying to pass the time these days, and I laugh, you know? So. Yeah.
No, and what's really great about it is that you are, I mean, I've only known you from on camera, like, you know, the news stuff. So then when I saw you on TikTok, it was like, what is this? You know,
girl lost her mind.
I didn't think lost her mind. I was just like, this girl's really funny, because, you know, we're so used to news reporters, anchors, the whole nine, to be so, you know what I mean, so cookie cutter and so dry. You know, I'm here to tell the news, and this is what I'm saying, because it's very serious, and they might crack a joke every once in a while, but it's a lot of dad jokes. So so when we see you doing your skits, it's like, oh wow, this girl, she's really funny. Wow. Because it's like, you know, you're so used to the whole, like, this is what's going on in the news today at 5:00. You know what I mean? Here's my smile, but I still got to tell you some serious news. You know what I mean? So then it's
I have a name for her. Her name is Sally News Anchor, and she's still inside me. And sometimes I have to shut her down, because I'm like, nobody wants to see that. They don't. They want real life. They don't want to feel like you. And especially when, as a video coach, I don't want people to think they have to sound like a news anchor or look perfect and polished. People don't want that. Like, Yeah.
Not as much as they. I mean, news is one thing.
News is one thing. Yeah. I'm talking
news broadcast. Online is just like, hey, just be your true, authentic self. You know, just really embrace you. You know, and I love that you're coaching people and helping people find themselves on camera, because it is really hard. I mean, I remember turning on the camera for the first time and trying to figure it out for myself. It's scary stuff, especially when you're just going, and it's cringeworthy. Like that 8 million view TikTok that you had. It's cringeworthy where you're like, oh, did I just do that? Did I just say that? Oh God, I can't believe I just said that, or just did that. So I mean, but you learn, you know, as you do more and more and more. But so where can people find your online coaching, real quick, and then we'll go into the TikTok thing.
Well, it's the same. So at This Is Virginia Kerr. So that's at This Is Virginia Kerr, Kerr.
Mm-hmm.
That's my handle on Instagram. It's also my handle on TikTok.
Oh.
And This Is Virginia Kerr is my website. But honestly, everything I do is usually through Instagram and TikTok. And then I have a private Facebook group that people, if they are interested in learning more about video content, it's totally free. I'm putting free trainings up right now. I'm about to do another one on Thursday, and that is it's content and video strategy. This is content and video strategy. If they want to jump in that group, we can get to know each other. I can help them kind of brainstorm some ways that they can create content consistently so that they can continue to engage with their audience and build their audience through this twilight zone we're living in right now.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, so then great. Thank you so much, because I need a few hints and tricks as well in regards to this TikTok thing, because it's still a very brand new thing for me.
Well, who are you on TikTok? Because I want to find you. Is it just your name?
It's just the Pascal Show. Very simple. The Pascal Show, guys. Yeah, everybody who's watching, go follow me on TikTok. Go follow the show.
Follow you. We could do a duet. Do you know what that is? If you don't,
it's so funny because Jack on YouTube just said, "Can you do a duet with Pascal on TikTok?" Literally, I'm looking at it on YouTube. They just asked that. So I am totally down for that if you're down for it.
That would be so fun.
I think it would be a lot of fun. I mean, that's the only thing we can do now. We can't even physically be in the same room right now, which is ridiculous. You know, can't get that Rona.
Yesterday, I saw TMZ last night. Do you ever watch TMZ?
Oh, of course.
They're literally all at home on their Zoom video conference, and it's so crazy that like to see people, I don't know, it's super interesting. Yes, you're right. We're all having to do it that way. So why not?
It's a wild thing, but I mean, even the late night shows are doing it as well. They're all just Skyping each other, and I mean, however they can get the information out and keep people entertained, they're gonna do it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, I'm usually in a radio station, and I can't even be in that radio station right now. So I'm holed up in my little office.
I think we like seeing you at home. I mean, it makes it feel like we get to know you a little bit better. I know getting to see Jimmy Fallon, you know, going live or at least recording from home, it just it gives you this VIP access feeling, like we got to go to your house that day. Yeah. So I think
it's like a new version of reality TV.
It is, totally.
Kind of. Yeah. There you go. I am smart sometimes. Well, hey, Virginia, I will definitely be talking to you then, because we got to figure something out as far as a duet. I'm totally down for it, but I don't know any of the trends, so you're going to have to teach me or coach me through this thing, because I don't know anything. But I'm totally down to do a duet with you. That'd be a lot of fun. And of course, everybody go and check out her TikTok and her Instagram. That's it. It's the Virginia Kerr.
At This Is Virginia Kerr.
Oh, at This Is Virginia Kerr. All right. Yeah. 2 R's. All right.
Yeah, Kerr. That's it.
Kerr. So please go check her out. She's really, really fantastic. And we will be right back. This is the Pascal Show. See you guys in a minute. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else so we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, "I love Pascal" on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, Image a World. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugarfire. Still open all our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Anyway, it was a really great show today. Some really great people came through of all types of walks of life and everything. Big shout out to Virginia Kerr. Go check out her stuff. She's on TikTok, Instagram. She's fantastic. Obviously, and last but definitely not least, definitely check out Kurtiss Allen. He's on Instagram as well. He also has a Facebook page. That man will make your face, your beard, your hair, all that stuff right. He will make sure you are looking tight as all get out. But anyway, it's time to get going. You know, we got another show at 5. I have Libby Higgins, comedian Libby Higgins, will be in the house, Skyping in and having a good time with me. So be sure to tune in. And of course, we'll have some more breaking news in regards to things that are going on with everything in regards to this Rona, you know what I mean? The Tenderona, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but in all seriousness, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Do something positive, do something wonderful. If you're feeling locked up and all that, hey, do some push-ups, get some stuff going on, you know, jump some rope, go outside on your patio, go out your front door and just breathe in this beautiful air and breathe in this wonderful thing called life. All right, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys at 5. Much love to you guys. Bye.
Because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination.